many questions. What does it take to bring a litter into the world? What are your supplies? What do you need when you're whelping puppies? And that's what it's called, is whelping puppies, not just giving birth. Yeah, so we get that question a lot. What does whelping mean? So
a lot of people don't even know what we're talking about.
Yeah, when we say we're whelping.
And we're mostly doing this video because we do a lot of TikTok lives, and I feel like when we do our TikTok lives, a lot of people are like, what's in your whelping kit? We want to hear about your whelping kit. So we're just going to start directing people from our TikTok lives to come watch this, because then we don't have to repeat it 25 times.
Yeah, and then if you're a breeder too, or aspiring breeder, you can kind of get some great ideas from what we have here. We've done this a long time, and so we have some great products for you guys to check out. But it's really nice.
And then I use these collars to, I don't put these on the puppies. They're Velcro collars. I've noticed will cut the puppies' necks or like their shoulders because of the thick Velcro. But what I use these for is anything that I start to put in my puppies' puppy packs from the time that they're born until the time they go, I match the collar up to the collar that's on the puppy's neck. And so like my pink puppy pack will have, like I'll have a light pink puppy pack, dark pink puppy pack. That's just how I keep track of my puppy packs and my notes. So I have a little folder, and every time we do a deworming, we mark it. And then that's just an easier way for me to see
who goes to where.
Who goes where, yep. Okay, so usually in this part of my bag, I have some little things of vet wrap. Right now I ran out of the little ones, so we're using these big ones, and it doesn't fit in my kit. Whenever we have a mama in labor, we wrap their tail, especially because we have Goldens, or if you have a light color breed, it will help not get all of like the placenta. It's green.
Kind of stains their coat. So we're trying to keep them clean, and also because their tails are so long, sometimes it's kind of in the way when we're trying to see as the puppies are coming out. So it's for cleanliness and for us to be able to see the puppies better.
Yep. And then these are the collars that we use on the teeny tiny babies. So there's these collars that are paracord, and you can like open them to make them bigger or smaller.
There's no buckle.
But there's no buckle. And I don't like them because I think they're a safety hazard, because sometimes when you go to tighten them or loosen them, you actually end up tightening them. And when they're around a puppy's neck, you don't want to make that mistake. So these are what I started out with. And then as I learned that you can make that mistake, I ended up buying these ones.
They have that nice little buckle.
They have this nice buckle, and the buckles kind of are hard and they get stuck a lot. But these loosen, and these only work on our puppies till about 2 weeks, but I'm fine with that. I feel like that's fine. And then we try to find, so like we have a few different colors, and I'm not going to unclamp them, but I have like some really tiny ones, and then I have some bigger ones of these same ones, and we go based on the litter size. Like my female Shay, I know has tiny puppies, so we'll use the ones that we know go teeny, and Journey and Truffle actually have really big puppies, so we were able to just go straight to these little bit bigger ones.
Where do you find those at, Cameron?
I buy them off of Etsy usually, and I actually have a friend that makes them as well. She made me these ones, so if you want her contact information, I can't remember her Instagram handle off the top of my head, but I can find out.
Comment if you do want that information. We'll get it to you.
Yep. And then as they get older, like I said, these oftentimes only fit until 2 weeks. And the paracord collars are kind of expensive, so I don't like my puppies to wear them out. So then we'll switch over to these ones, and we just get these on Amazon, and then we just try to match our colors the best. So if we have, a hot pink, we'll try to match it to a hot pink. And then I have a couple like light pink ones in here. We have purple, and then I just try to make sure all of these are good. And then another really fun thing is if we have 2 litters at once, a lot of people wonder like how we can tell who's who without getting them mixed up. One litter we will do black clasps, and one litter we will do colored clasps. And then even when we switch over to these, I'll make sure that we do paw prints on one litter, or plain, or same with the clasps, black clasps or gray clasps for one litter.
So these will last the rest after 2 weeks. They'll last until they go home at 8 weeks. And you can find those on Amazon. Just search puppy whelping collars, and they're pretty cheap. It's like $9 for a pack of 12 or $10, something like that.
And with our whelping collars, I like to just have a ton of different colors. Like that's the biggest thing for us is like, we right now have 13 puppies, and having different colors is so helpful so that you're not like, that's my biggest thing. Whenever I order the paracord collars, I'm like, give me your most different colors. Like, don't give me, because I ordered them one time and the lady sent me like 3 pink ones and 3 purple ones, and I was like, this isn't gonna work.
Variety. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're getting to the top of the whelping kit. Thanks for hanging out with us this far. We're getting close. This is some fun stuff while we're whelping. So these are calcium injections, and you can actually buy oral cal as well. Is it Breeder's Edge?
Breeder's Edge.
Yeah, Breeder's Edge. You can get some calcium. We because Camry works at a veterinarian clinic, she's able to give injections. So go ahead and tell them when you would give a calcium injection or oral cal to your bitch in labor.
Usually we do it like if I can tell that they're getting tired and their contractions and stuff are slowing. Calcium's something that I would not do unless you're directed by your veterinarian. Like make sure that you're in contact with your veterinarian. I would never ever do an injectable calcium unless your veterinarian has given you given you the injection and you know that it's safe for dogs, and also that they've given you a prescription for it that tells you how much to give. That's the biggest thing, is knowing how much to give. But calcium can help their contractions, and dogs can get a little bit neurotic if they are low on calcium after having puppies. So that's a really big thing, is just making sure that they have enough calcium in their system.
Actually, they can if your dog is deficient in calcium later on and they're trying to nurse, there have been cases of dogs that have actually killed their litters because they're deficient in calcium. So even if you're
that's rare,
yeah,
but it can happen.
Yes. So I actually had a neighbor that this had happened. So it's very home to me. I am making sure that we're feeding my dog calcium rich food when they're nursing, because I just want to make sure that doesn't ever happen.
And I use calcium injections as a last resort. So we always try oral, like and I don't do like the oral cal, but we do try to use like goat's milk and stuff like that. I always keep alcohol in my whelping kit in case I need to sanitize my hands quickly, or
the instruments. We make sure and sanitize our instruments before we use them and in between litters.
And then
some Caro syrup here.
Yep.
Ah.
Stuck in there. Caro syrup works really well if I have like a struggling puppy that's starting to like kind of fade, and sometimes they don't have the energy to nurse or whatever. I'll just put a little bit on my finger and put it in their mouth, and they tend to do a little bit better. I feel like I've saved a couple puppies with that trick, just giving it to them a couple times a day. And then where are my little, here they are. These are the clippers that I like to use on my puppies a lot of the time. It is the Frida Baby nail trimmers, and they're just like these cute little scissors. And I just will put the puppy's nail in there, and it's super quick. I can just go around their entire foot and trim.
Teeny tiny little nails.
Yep.
It's so cute.
So we love these. And then I also have a pair of dog nail trimmers, some Neosporin. Sometimes the mamas will get like sores on their belly from the puppies nursing. So I'll keep that in there. And then we have Pepsid in case our mamas get a upset stomach. They can have Pepsid AC.
Again, talk with your vet before giving your dog anything medications.
Yes. So anything that we're saying in this, like, always go to your vet first. Your vet knows a lot more than we do. Your vet has more knowledge. We don't ever want you to do stuff just because we say that that's what we do. Go through a vet. So your vet knows best. Your vet knows your dog. You know your dog. Always follow your instincts when whelping.
Yep. So a lot of times when our mamas are in labor, sometimes if they're stalling out, something that we like to do is take them on a leash if you aren't comfortable with them being out front. We'll just go for a little walk up and down the street and then come back. So you could have a leash in your kit as well. We just love to help our mamas and spend that time and bond with them, and then getting them up and bringing them back in sometimes push the puppy down, or especially if they go outside and try to go to the bathroom, that pressure can they'll push a little bit. And we always watch out front to make sure that there's no, when they go potty, because it has happened before where they actually push a puppy out on the lawn. So we're always prepared.
So many. I had one mom that would only push her puppies out on the lawn. Like, that's it. She, like, I think she thought when she was pushing and like bearing down on the puppy that she was pooping, and she's so well potty trained that she would only push outside.
Sweetheart. So a good leash, and then bring them back in and kind of check them and see where they're at. You can use that lube and just verify where the puppies are if you feel comfortable. But these are our supplies. Do you have any others that you want to talk about?
Bulb syringes, I don't have those. Whenever our puppies come out, we suck them out with a bulb syringe. Ours are currently in my dishwasher being disinfected.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Also, I think it's really important to have a good support system, a great network of support. For us, Camry and I work together. I own Soul Desire Goldens, Camry owns Soaring Goldens, and our husbands get involved. But having that great support system to help you out, because sometimes it's through actually I feel like 90% of the time,
we're up all night
long. Yeah.
For multiple nights.
Yeah.
And it's never just one night. It's like we think that they're going in labor, and then they're not going in labor,
and then they do go in labor after we've been up for 2 nights straight. Reaching out to friends or family to help you out, to get you the support you need. And then also for 2 weeks after, we're pretty much staying right next to the whelping box, sleeping next to the whelping box, watching to make sure that mama does not lay on her puppies and kill them. So that
happens a lot to a lot of breeders.
So we stay up, and you get, like, a lot of people are like, oh, $2,500 for a puppy is extremely expensive. If you really think about it, all the supplies and the money that we invest into our programs, the sleepless nights, and staying up all night to watch the puppies and make sure they're okay, the constant for 8 weeks watching those puppies and making sure that they're healthy and giving them enriching experiences, so that you have their lifelong love and their health.
But most of the stuff, like most of the money that we do make, goes right back into our program. Like, we just bought for the puppies, because we raise our puppies with puppy culture, we have to buy little things for them to have a new experience every day. So I just bought like a little toy slide for them to like be able to crawl up, but it has to be one that's like safe, that they can't like wobble off of, like they're just wobbly. And those are each like $60 to $100, if not more. And just those little things to give the puppies a new experience that we have to replace a lot. Like, it's expensive.
Yeah. So thanks so much for hanging out with us in our whelping box, learning about our whelping kit. Go out, and if you're looking to get into breeding, these are some great resources for you. Or if you just wanted to know what we do, and we're so thankful for you spending that time with us. And we hope to see you on our next live. We're going to be having some puppies born in May. So if you're interested in watching those in May, kind of stay tuned. May 11th is the due date, and then May 18th as well. So we would love to show you these in action. But thanks again for hanging out with us. We really appreciate you. Have a golden day.